Thanks for joining my channel. I'm Reggie with Reg Edited, and we're in our week 3 of the weight loss challenge in low calorie density meal plans. If you are not familiar with the low calorie density program, please do go back and check my first video on the first week of the 30-day weight loss channel, and it'll give you more details of why I'm doing it and how I'm doing it and what does it look like when you eat every day. And this is all about being a fasting foodie, you know, because if you're a fasting person living the fasting lifestyle, you want to make sure that it's about making smart choices in the food that you eat in between the fasts, because you are eating more so than you are actually fasting in your everyday life, right? So if you're doing intermittent fasting daily like myself, then I eat OMAD, which is 1 meal a day, and I am actually having 2 to 3 servings in my 1 meal a day, which means that I can eat much more volume of low calorie density foods and still weigh less. So this is very different for me, that I hadn't really worked out all the details of the research that I've done over the years. It really didn't click for me until now. And so I'm really excited about doing it, and I have been doing pretty well, with the exception of going to a gathering and bringing home some sugar. So it ended up being 2 and 3 days of actually eating these so-called desserts, which were delicious. It's just that it broke what I was trying to do off of not eating sugar for the 30 days. Sometimes we're gonna fall off, but it's okay because our path is different. Everyone has an individual direction of where they're going on when they do a challenge like this. You know, it's really not a lot to get upset about, although it did stagnate my weight loss. And the first 2 weeks I had lost 4.5 pounds, which I was excited about because I had not done any extended fasting. Not really. There was one time that I attempted a 48-hour fast, but I still ate an apple with cinnamon on it. And so I considered that a dirty fast, but really it was just, you know, cutting the calories so low, but you still ate something within the 24-hour period. You know what I mean? So no biggie, but at the same time, I'm still fasting daily, and I'm eating a lot more daily, and I'm still losing the weight. So you have to look at it that way, and it's a long-term plan. And I don't know, maybe I won't be eating meat again. I'm not sure, but right now I'm still having fish once a week. I think that's great because if I happen to go out and with my loved one, I like to have a meal with him that is not so difficult to create. And so the fish is working for me when I do go somewhere, or, you know, just feel like having it once a week. All right, let's get into it. What did I eat this week? I'll give you some updates on that, but it's really more of the same. There's only one recipe that's new in my repertoire, my extensive cooking experience, which, you know, I'm being facetious on that. So the garden taco bowl, my favorite go-to meal. We always said have a go-to meals, at least 3 or 4 that you can just grab and always have in your kitchen. And that makes it easy so you're not overthinking it when you're eating on a daily. You want to prep at the beginning of the week. And if you can, you know, maybe you're just going to bake a bunch of potatoes that will last you through the week, and that you can add in, or make it fun and make those potato fries, which is like my favorite. Lots of good choices. So the garden taco bowl, I did no cheese. I'm so proud. I didn't do any avocado this time because avocado is high calorie density food. So because I'm being serious about the weight loss, I did not have the avocado. Instead, I put in peppers, onions, and of course my brown rice and my black beans. Now, again, I kept that probably 1/3 of the bowl, or 1/3 of a plate. That's my starchy vegetables, right? So that's the starch, is the black beans and the brown rice. And the rest is non-starchy vegetables, green, like spinach, plenty of spinach to fill up the bowl. Oh, cilantro on top, and salsa. So salsa was excellent, and my cherry tomatoes, because that's a favorite of mine. So kept going with that, and that's working for me. As I mentioned, I also had the potato fries, and so I did the yellow potatoes, which I had been doing the russet potatoes before, but the yellow potatoes, man, that has a heck of flavor, and it really just tasted so much better. So I did that with a half a plate of steamed broccoli, and I put my coconut amino sauce as my sauce on top of it, and it makes it so tasty, so I don't miss the butter. I use my no high fructose corn syrup ketchup, and that makes my day. So because the calories are not really high at all, and it's taking away the things that I should not have, like that added sugar. So that is my second meal that I had been doing on a regular, and I had 2 servings of that. So I tried a new recipe, which is, for me, it's a new recipe. So again, still eating potatoes, but I decided to make a potato spinach soup. Okay, I've been craving potato soup, and as you know, potatoes are very low density, and this is all about weight loss. So this is what I'm going to do. I think I'll call this potato spinach cauliflower soup. And for other spices, I have a broth base. It is vegan, and it has like a beef taste. That should be interesting, so I'm going to use that. And probably 1 to 2 tablespoons. And onion powder, black pepper. I might put a little bit of Himalayan salt in, not sure yet, but it just all depends on the taste as we make it. And basically, I'm gonna throw this all in a pot. I'm gonna cut the potatoes up in chunk sizes, and we'll go from there. I like to grill the onions in water, no oil, right? And with the minced garlic. Before I put it in the pot. In the pot, I have it boiling right now, getting the water to a boil, about 5 cups. And then we'll put everything in, with the exception of the spinach at the last minute or 2. I'm putting the onions that I sauteed with the garlic without burning myself, and cook for at least 30 minutes before we do anything else. So if you're not following me on IG, please do. If you are on Instagram, please do follow me. I try to keep up there with some stories and some of my recipes that I'm learning along the way. And I'm so happy that you guys are in the challenge. And if you're not, just hanging out around the challenge to see what I'm doing, that's even just as great. I know this is a different way of eating as I did in the past year or 2 even. But I'm very familiar with it because I started out in vegan like 4 years ago, but it's not a vegan diet. It's really called plant-based, and for me, I call it #plant-based mostly. So with that said, thanks for watching, guys. I look forward to the next video, and keep doing what you're doing, and don't forget that caregiving begins with you.